everyone has figured out that Jace is the owl. Clary finally comes clean, and she tells her whole gang about how she used So I just want to say this right now because I'm not gonna talk about it in my actual review. When everyone gets fire messages and they catch them, especially when Magnus and Alec caught theirs, I know Luke got one as well, but it like fell down from the sky. Whenever they catch fire messages in this episode, all I thought was, we just got a letter, we just got a letter, I wonder who it's from. Hi guys, I'm Sheridan. Welcome to my channel if you're new here, and if you're not, welcome back. I'm so glad to see you. This episode was awesome. You know, it was just, like, there's no other, like, I loved this episode. And the thing is, Maia got so much screen time, the screen time that she deserves. So not only did we learn more about Maia, and we saw her as this soft, sweet, innocent human who was completely and totally mundane, falls in love, and her boyfriend ruins her life in a few aspects. And then he turns out to still be not shit when she sees him again, probably, what, like a good 2-3 years later? Like, she was obviously very young at first, and now she's like this hard badass with like a curly afro. Like, you can tell that this dude changed her life, and not necessarily for the better. He changed it for the worse. Can you imagine falling in love with someone, then you guys breaking up because he's got these weird anger issues, and then him getting angry seeing you with another guy and then almost killing you? Like, who would have thunk? And then not only did he almost kill her, but he left her for dead. What type of man? And then for that to be someone that you used to love has to be so traumatic. And that leads me into the very beginning of the episode when Jace almost killed Clary. So basically, the episode starts off just where the last one ended off. Clary follows Jace up into the roof, and they're fighting and they're in combat, and Clary cannot fight to save her ass. And I don't know if it's because Jace has just been in the game a lot longer than she has, or if it's because he's also being influenced by Lilith. To be honest, it's probably both. But he kicks her ass, and she had 3 different weapons on her, and he took them all out of her hands, grabbed her by her neck, and threw her off the roof. She almost died. And the thing is, they didn't explain how she got better. I'm pretty sure she just probably used her angelic rune and like made it all better. But they didn't explain it, and they should have, because as someone who has not read the books and doesn't know exactly how it works, yeah, I can jump to conclusions, but I was like, so now she's just magically better? Y'all don't want to explain that to me? So he throws her off the roof, which is rude, for one, and then he just takes off. And then I thought it was so tender, though, because she gets thrown off the roof, and the first thing she does is call her best friend Simon. And I just thought that was really sweet, because she was just like, I'm dying, let me call Simon. So she calls Simon, and he runs to her, and he helps her get off the roof because she's paralyzed, and she can't move her legs, but she somehow used her arm, went into her pocket, pulled out her phone, and called him. So she was probably paralyzed from like the waist down, because her legs were stuck, and there was blood coming out of her mouth, probably out of her nose. Homegirl was dying, and luckily she pulled through. I'm pretty sure all she had to do was use the angelic rune to get better, but because of the fact she couldn't move, she had to call him. And I don't know. I was just surprised she didn't actually just yell out for Magnus or Luke, because they were the ones that were with her in last week's episode, which means they were probably closer to her than Simon was, but you know, that's fine. We're gonna forget all about logic. So Clary finally comes clean about everything that happened when she killed Valentine. She tells her gang that she used the wish to bring Jace back to life after Valentine killed him. So we expected Alec to send her away and send her to the guard so she can be like arrested and things like that. But what ended up happening actually was such a tender moment. He actually came to her and gave her a hug, and he said, I would have done the same thing. Now, some people are speculating, would he have done the same thing for Jace, or would he have done the same thing for Magnus? Because to Clary, Jace is her significant other. While Jace is his parabatai. So there's like a lot of discussion. So some people are like, oh my god, he's totally talking about Magnus, while the other half of the world is like, he's totally talking about Jace. I don't care who he's talking about, to be honest, but I was really glad that he gave Clary a hug and didn't send her to the guard, because like, who has time for that? I don't. I really enjoyed Maia confronting Jordan Kyle. Now, Jordan has been pretending to be Simon's friend all this time, when it turned out he was just a werewolf who was working with Simon to figure out what the mark on his forehead is. But he lied about it. He said he was just a friend, and then Simon was really upset with him. And we were wondering why he didn't just come out and tell him in the first place. But now we see that this is a pattern, because when Maia found him, I don't know why I'm like stuttering. When Maia found him and realized that was the Kyle that she used to love and used to be with and so on and so forth, and she realized that was the boy that she used to be with, he was ready to take off. He said that he didn't want to be on the task anymore, he didn't want to do it, and he was going to take off. And the thing is, he took off when he changed her, and then he got this weird obsession with like, almost, I don't want to say he was actually stalking her, because to be honest, I don't know, but he got so jealous when they broke up that he got so angry he changed and then tried to kill her. Like, I don't know what's wrong with this dude. And you could tell like from all of the scenes that they were so in love. They genuinely loved each other. And then just for it to end up like that and for him to do that to her, it was traumatizing. And you can tell that Maia still holds a lot of hurt from that. Like, this episode really showed off her acting skills, as well as Chais, who plays Jordan Kyle. And I was just like, wow, what a talented, beautiful man. Because I watched him in Mako Mermaids, and he was my boyfriend, you know, in like 2014, because I was like, oh my god, he's a merman. So to watch him progress as an actor was really interesting, and to go from something that's like for kids, like for young kids, and then to something that's like for teenagers and adults, he's amazing. And so is Alicia, just as actors. I was amazed. Like, they have such great chemistry as well. Like, you could tell, like, with the tenderness of their first kiss, and then them walking on the beach and their conversation, I was just like, oh my god, they love each other. And now I don't know how I feel. I don't want her to get back together with him. Let's start there, because I want her to heal, and I want her to be okay with it. And she told him that he wasn't going to leave Simon because she didn't want him abandoning someone else, which I respected, because I would have been like, get the fuck out of town. But, you know, that's just me. I feel really bad for Clary, because Clary has done so much to be with Jace, and then to think that they were related and then not related, and all of that craziness. But it's funny, because only 2 months have passed in the Shadowhunter universe. So I'm like, they only thought they were related for 2 days or something. Like, I don't really get it, because it's only been 2 months. So in like TV show world, how long did they think they were related for? Like, how many last names has he gone through in 2 months? Like, it doesn't make sense. They shouldn't have said they've only been together for 2 months. They could have drew it out a little bit. They could have said 5 months, 6 months, or something. But I just think that was stupid to say that it's only been 2 months since like season 1, and we're in season 3 now, and it's only been 2 months. It doesn't. Whatever. Clary has lost her mother, her boyfriend, her best friend at one point in time, all within the span of 2 months. And I just feel like she doesn't deserve any of this. And yes, she does have this weird, unspeakable power, and she can make portals on her own, and she can do things that other Shadowhunters can't do. But there's still only so much a girl can handle. Hell, her boyfriend just tried to kill her. So, like, when you think about it, like, homegirl needs a break. She needs some rest, okay? And then, how much has she gained from being a Shadowhunter and understanding this universe, and how much has she lost? And I wonder if Clary is going to go through an arc of like anger and like deciding not to be a Shadowhunter anymore, not wanting to do it anymore, and to go back to being like a mundane. I wonder if they're ever gonna like put that into play, especially now since her boyfriend doesn't love her anymore, tried to kill her, she's lost her mom, and so many other things have happened throughout the time. I just wonder like how Clary is handling all of this, because it doesn't make sense, especially for it to only be like 2 months. That means her mom only died like 3 weeks ago, to be honest. Like, I don't know. Magnus and Alec made up. I don't really even talk about Malik anymore, because honestly, like, I feel like everyone talks about Malik at this point, and like, they're fine. They made up. They're fine. The babies are fine. Like, we don't even really need to talk about it. So anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like, comment, subscribe if you want to. If you want to tell me I'm a hot mess too, go ahead and leave that down below. I would really appreciate it, you know. Just kidding. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week. Bye. Hi guys, I'm back. This is part 2 because I totally forgot to talk about this. They went to Alicante. Okay, so I totally forgot like that the other half of like the plot line of this episode. So when they realized that something was wrong with Jace and they had that heart-to-heart, Alec gave Clary a hug and all that, they were like, who should we talk to? Who can we trust to see who can like break the spell on him and the hold that Lilith has on him? And now everyone knows that Lilith is like the demon mama of everybody, and that she is Adam's first wife. So what that all means is, I don't know what that all means. Look at me talking like I know something. So anyway, hey guys. Now we all know that the demon mama is real, and Lilith is the demon that they're looking for, and she's the one who corrupted the ley lines and all that stuff. They're like, okay, now how do we save Jace? We know that he's under Lilith's control. Now how do we save him? And they're like, who can we talk to? Who can we trust that won't put Clary in the guard or Jace in the guard or kill Jace? So they decide to go to Jace's grandmama. Now this is Grandmama Harrendale or Harrendale, however it's pronounced. And they go to her on Alicante. And they talk to her and they're like, what can we do? Da 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 da. And she gives them an idea, and they tell her that, you know, he's been corrupted and all of this and that. So she sends them on their merry way to go do something that I don't remember. I won't even lie. And Jace comes to her literally maybe like 5 seconds after they leave. And he's like, I need you to take me to visit my disgraced parents in the disgraced grave, because Lilith has sent him there for like pieces of Valentine's flesh, I think. And so, you know, he goes because he's under her control and whatnot. And he talks to his grandma, and he's like, you're really not gonna like take me to see them? And then she's like, you know what, of course, I will take you to see them, even though you're supposed to have like a visit first, like you're supposed to set up a visit. And he realizes that she knows that something is wrong, so he kills her. He jukes her. And not only does he juke her, he jukes her twice. And he stabs her, and she's dying. He pulls out the sword, and she's on the ground, and she sends them a fire message, right? So she sends them a fire message, and then Alec is like, yo, Jace is here. He's going to the disgraced graveyard. So they all run into the graveyard, right? They get there, they see Jace, and Isabel was there on Alicante to get a cage. Now this is a cage that holds people, demons, and all that stuff, and it has not been used in a long time. So she puts it all in a duffel bag, because she just cool like that. She puts it all in a duffel bag, and then when they get to Jace, she chucks it at him, and it cages him. Now, by this time, he's already dug up Valentine's grave and whatnot. So the Alicante Shadowhunters / police, we gonna call them, are coming for him. And Clary's like, I'm gonna buy y'all some time. And she does a cool little portal with her thingy. She be like, and then she creates a portal and she pushes it at him. They all go through the portal except her. And then she gets kidnapped / taken in by the police, the Shadowhunter police, to the guard. Bam. That's what I forgot to talk about. So, I'm not an idiot, okay? So we don't know where that leaves them. Magnus has been working on a cure with Katrina. I think that's her name, Katrina, his black little witchy friend, who is Madsy's foster mom. I don't think she's her birth mom. Yeah, I would say foster mom. And, you know, that's what's happening as of now. So, yeah. Oh, and Clary, no, not Clary. I lied. Simon and Luke went in to find Lilith's, like, little house mansion thing, and he killed 2 of her disciples. So they've already given their blood, so I think Jonathan can still be awakened and whatnot, and she feels their deaths, so then they do the fancy picture of her screaming and everything. So she can feel their deaths, and, you know, Simon out here killing folk who are trying to kill him, so. And that's the first time he's actually killed any of his attackers, because I think they came at him with intent to kill. And I think everyone else kind of came at him just to, like, attack him. I think that his mark works against people. Like, what is their intention? Your intent is to kill? Okay, well, then I'm going to kill you. And then, like, if the intentions are to harm Simon, the mark only harms them. But if you're coming at Simon to kill him, the mark is going to kill you. I think that's how that works. And, yeah, I think that's all I have to say this time. Look at me doing stuff. Okay. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I will see you guys next time. Bye!